Fajitas are simple to cook on the Blackstone at camp. We'll show you the method that we use to cook up some easy yet delicious camping fajitas. The easiest way to make fajitas for camping is to start before you leave. At home, I like to prep everything, so I start by chopping up the bell peppers. I normally use 3 bell peppers in a variety of colors. Chop the bell peppers into thin slices. Then cut the onion. I normally use red onion, but yellow onion could work too. Use whatever you prefer. Next, chop the chicken. I like to cut the chicken into long strips first, and then, depending on how large the slices are, I'll cut them down smaller. The goal is to get the chicken small enough that it's easy to fit in a tortilla. Once everything is chopped, it's time to add seasoning. For camping fajitas, I like to keep my seasoning simple. I add taco seasoning for the chicken. I add a generous amount until the top layer of the chicken looks mostly covered. And then I add paprika to the vegetables. I put paprika on both the bell peppers and the onions. Once the seasoning is on, drizzle some oil on top of everything. About 1 tablespoon on top of the chicken and then another tablespoon on top of the vegetables. Now put everything, the chicken and the vegetables, in a gallon Ziploc bag. The seasonings will mix in the bag and that's fine. The flavors will all mix together while you're cooking anyways, so it doesn't hurt to combine everything. This will make it easier to pack and easier to cook. And this should last in either an ice chest or refrigerator for a few days. Now the hard part's out of the way. When you're ready to cook up the fajitas at camp, all you need to do is heat up the Blackstone on low heat. Once it's heated up, increase the burners to medium. Take the bag of fajitas that you already prepped and dump it all onto the Blackstone. Spread it out with a spatula and mix the fajitas until cooked. Make sure that the chicken is touching the surface and flip it over so that both sides get cooked. It will take about 10 minutes to cook everything. When the chicken starts looking good, I like to cut a few large pieces in half with the spatula. If it's cooked, it should cut easy and the inside should be white, no pink at all. Once it looks good, scoop it onto a plate. You may want to cover it with foil as well. Now that the fajitas are cooked, you need to prep the tortillas. There are 3 different ways that we've done this, and they're all good, so I'll go over all of them so you can choose the method that sounds good to you. First is you can warm the tortillas in the microwave. We keep a bread warmer in the trailer, and it's easy to just turn the inverter on and microwave a stack of tortillas. This seems to be the easiest way to feed a group. You can even microwave the tortillas before you even start cooking the fajitas, so then everything's ready at the same time. The downside is the cheese doesn't get melted in the fajita. Another method that you can use to heat the tortilla is by simply throwing the tortillas on the Blackstone. I like to add some cheese to the tortillas while they're on the Blackstone, and then I just close the hood and wait for a minute while the cheese melts. This tastes great. The tortilla gets crispy and the cheese melts, but it's harder to make them in bulk. And then lastly, you can pre-roll the fajitas inside the tortillas with the cheese and then crisp them up on the Blackstone. All of these taste great. My favorite tends to be just microwaving the tortillas in the bread warmer because that's the fastest way, and so it's the easiest way for everyone to be able to eat together. And that's it. You just fry up the fajitas, heat up the tortillas, add some cheese, and enjoy.